Hello students, welcome to Academy's YouTube platform for class 11-12 physics. Today we'll consider a MCQ type problem from laws of motion. See the statement of the problem. A body falling freely from a given height h hits an inclined plane in its path at a height h. As a result of this impact, the direction of the velocity of the body becomes horizontal. The value of h by h for which the body will take maximum time to reach the ground is, which one is correct, that we have to find out. So the situation is something like this. A body is freely falling from a given height h. So consider a coordinate axis like this, and the body initially at here at this point, and now it is hitting the inclined plane at this point, and after falling this distance, its velocity becomes purely horizontal, and as a result, it reaches the ground like this. Now, as per given data, the coordinate of this point, this is origin, say, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So its coordinate is 0, h, and it is hitting at a point whose height is h, small h. So its coordinate is 0, h. Alright. Now, this position you call A, this position you call B, and this position you call G. So the time taken by the object to reach from A to G via B, if I call that time t, then it has two parts. First is t equal to t1 plus t2. T1 is the time taken by the object to reach from point A to B, and T2 is the time the body takes to reach from point B to point G. Now, remember, after the impact at the point B, the velocity of the object becomes purely horizontal. There is no vertical component of the velocity. Now, T1 is AB. So, AB distance is how much? T1 is the time taken by the object to fall by distance AB, which is nothing but h minus h. So half g T1 square is equal to h minus h. So T1 is 2h minus h by g. So I can call it 2h by g 1 minus x, where x I take as h by h. Now T2 is the time taken by the object to reach from B to G. Now in T2 time, the vertical displacement of the object of the object is obviously h. And since there is no vertical velocity at point B, so I can write definitely half g T2 square is equal to h. So T2 is 2h by g under square root. So it is over 2h by g into h by h. So I can write this as root over 2h by g into root over x. Okay. Here there should be a root, sorry. So it should be a root like this, square root, because half dt1 square equal to h minus h. So t1 is 2h minus h by g. So 2h by g if I take common 1 minus x. So total time t is equal to t1 plus t2, which is nothing but root over 2h by g, root over x plus root over 1 minus x. Okay. Now our objective is to find the value of x, because I have taken h by h as x, for which t is maximum. The value of x for which t is maximum. That is the question. We have to find out that value of x for which t is maximum. So at such value of x, dt dx must be equal to 0. And d2t dx square must be a negative quantity. This is the principle of calculus. T is a function of x. At the value of x at which t is maximum, dt dx must be 0 and d2t dx square must be a negative quantity. So dt dx, if I calculate, is how much? Root over 2h by g. This is half 1 by root x plus half 1 minus root x, and there will be a negative 1, because ddx of 1 minus x is negative 1, and this must be equal to 0. So you can write 1 by root x minus 1 by root 1 minus x is equal to 0, or you can write from this root x is root 1 minus x, or 2x equal to 1 plus x equal to half. Now at x equal to half, what is the value of d2t dx square? dt dx is this much. Okay. So d2t, so I can just remove this negative plus sign by negative sign and write this. There is no problem. So d2t dx square is how much? One by 2 root over 2h by g. 1 by root x, ddx of 1 by root x, so it is minus half x to the power minus 3 by 2. So this is x to the power minus half, so minus half x to the power minus half minus 1, it is x to the power minus 3 by 2. And then there is a negative sign over there, half I have taken out. So ddx of 1 minus x whole to the power minus half. So it is minus half. This minus is there. Then again there is a minus half. 1 minus x whole to the power minus 3 by 2. And then again there is a negative sign. Okay. So if I take this minus half out, then what will happen? It is minus 1 by 4 root over 2h by g. I can write x root x. Okay, minus half I have taken out, and then this minus half if I take out, then what will happen? This minus sign make plus sign over here, and it is 1 minus x root over 1 minus x. Okay, I get this one. Now at x equal to half, what is the value of d2p dx square. So if I remove all these things from there, so at x equal to half, value of d2p dx square is how much? Is negative 1 by 4 root over 2h by g. Here it is 1 by 2 into 1 by root 2, so it is 2 root 2 plus it is 1 minus half and 1 minus half root 2, 1 minus half root over, so it is half into root 2, 1 by root 2 again, so it is again 2. So this is something like this, so it is 4 root 2, so this is negative root 2 root over 2h by g. This quantity is positive, so there is a negative sign. So d2t dx square is less than 0 at x equal to half. So at x equal to half, dt dx is 0, but d2t dx square is a negative quantity. So at x equal to half, t is maximum. Therefore, if the object hits at a height h, which is basically h by 2, then the total time of travel from A to B to G will be maximum. So, value of x, which is h by h, has to be half. And therefore, the answer is half. So, A is the correct answer. Very simple problem, and we have applied the principle of maximum. So, principle of maximum minimum, y is a function of x. Now, at the point where y is the optimum, y is possessing an optimum value, dy dx is 0. And at those values of x, so at d2 by dx square is negative, y is maximum, and at those values of x, so at d2y dx square is positive, y is minimum. So we have used this principle of calculus and have solved the problem. So I hope you have understood the problem. If you have any difficulty, please revert back to us. We will try to explain once again. So thank you very much for your listening. Thank you once again. Thank you.